presented by DirecTV.
All right, as the man said, welcome to the O2 presented by DirecTV. We're going to get caught up on everything that has happened here in Week 14 so far. But we're going to start off with a big win by the Carolina Panthers. They get to 5-8 on the season. Doesn't sound great, but they're only a game out of first place pending the official finish in San Francisco. But their winning quarterback, Sam Darnold, he's won back-to-back games, or played well in back-to-back games. And after their win at Seattle, spoke with Christina Pitt.
All right, Sam, what a way to get your first road win of the season. This is a tough environment and a tough team. You guys jumped on them from the start. How did you get it done?
It was huge, man. I mean, the way that we prepared all week, that's how it started. Our defense going out there doing what they do, creating turnovers, special teams doing what they do, and then our offensive line, our running backs, our receivers, tight ends, being able to block their butts off, and our running attack, man. It's fun to play quarterback when you can run the ball like that. And, I do my thing when I can, but huge credit to the offensive line today. I mean, we ran the ball, and we were able to end the game.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's a lot of fun when you guys are rushing for more than 200 yards. You chipping in with a 26-yard run of your own. Sam, what is the identity that you feel like this team is creating?
Yeah, I mean, we run the football. I think it's pretty obvious now. We're a good football team, though, in all phases. And when we're asked to throw the football and be able to spread it out a little bit, we can. I'm just proud of the guys. This is a really good Seattle team, and the way we were able to come in here and get a big road win, like you said, our first one of the season. Just super proud of the guys.
It's also back-to-back wins and 2 straight starts for you as well. I know you wouldn't have wanted to miss all that time to start the season, but how did that prepare you for the way you're playing right now?
Yeah, it's just all about perspective. When I was out, I missed the game, and just wanted to come out here and do my best. Do my best for these guys that I saw work their butts off all off season, all season, and then I was able to come in and do my part. So, it was just fun to get this win.
All right, guys, still in it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Jimmy, the Carolina Panthers, they've won 3 out of 4 games. They're only 1 game out of first place in NFC South, and they beat Tampa earlier this year.
Yeah, and, Carolina plays Tampa again next to the last game of the season. I think, first of all, Steve Wilks has done an excellent job at taking over from Matt Rule there. He's got the team playing hard, and they played solid defense all year long. They've been inconsistent at the quarterback position, but they do run the ball, just like Sam Darnold said, and they have played good defense. They can overtake, Tampa as far as getting that last wild card spot.
Well, congratulations to Steve Wilks with his first road win since he became head coach. Got the team at 0-4, and they've gone 4-5 since then. And this is a team, like I said, running the ball. I mean, they ran the ball 40-something times, 46 times today, over 200 yards. But the biggest thing, no turnovers, and they controlled the clock. He had the ball for 39 minutes. That keeps the other team's offense off the field and their defense on the field for a long time. So I think Steve Wilks has done a great job with this team that especially has had so much turmoil at quarterback, trading away Robbie Anderson, trading away Christian McCaffrey, and still winning games.
And winning on the road in Seattle, a team that really has everything in front of them for going to the playoffs. And then now they go back and they play, Atlanta? And
they play the Jets.
They at home at the end
their
of the
final schedule here. Yes.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's good.
Look at the screen. There we go. They play the Steelers, Lions, Bucks, and Saints.
All winnable games, and it's funny, the quarterback position, it's been kind of all over the place. Who are we on offense? What identity do we have? And it's back to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was the big trade they made, and Sam was going to be the answer, and then he wasn't.
Hurt himself in training camp.
Right. And it's been a kind of a roller coaster for them, and the defense plays well. The offense is running the football, and it's not a sexy formula, but it certainly is productive.
Everybody's looking for the quarterback, and they don't think about what about the offensive line and what about the receivers and the tight ends and the running back. It's all quarterback with no help, and I feel for guys like that. Sam Darnold's one of those guys.
Well, it's interesting because Michael mentioned it. Imagine if they had Christian McCaffrey and Robbie Anderson on this offense right now. They are turning things around right there, Jimmy. You look at the other side in Seattle, and this is a tough one for them to lose today. San Francisco won in a blowout, so now they're 2 games out of first place, and now they're fighting for a wild card spot, most likely.
They got the 49ers coming up, which will be a difficult game for them. Geno Smith was not as sharp today as he's been all year long. He threw a couple interceptions, had a shot, hit a third interception. So turning the football over is what really, really hurt them. The other thing is, I think losing the running back, you know, a couple
Sam Walker.
of games, Walker, losing the running back really hurt this football team because that's the identity. What Pete Carroll wants to do, he wants to run the football, play defense, protect the football, have a conservative passing game, you know, and take it down the field. And Geno's done a great job up until today.
Yeah, they've done a great job, but they have a tough schedule ahead. I mean, San Francisco, Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. They have the Jets, which is not an easy out,
At home.
at home, and they have the Rams at home. But this is a team we said earlier in the pregame show. How do they get into the playoffs if they do? Do they outplay somebody in the NFC East, or do they beat the 49ers? They're not going to beat the 49ers. And right now, every game is crucial, but they have a tough
But
schedule.
who would have thought they would lose today? I didn't.
I didn't think so. Nobody
Back
thought
to
about that.
Washington and the Giants in 6 and 7 right
Yeah.
now with a tie each.
Well, we talked about them, Seattle, not being able to beat the 49ers. That's because the 49ers beat up on Tampa today. I mean, really dominated. This was a game, everyone wondered how Brock Purdy would play against Tom Brady. It was bad news early on as Deebo Samuel had to leave with an injury, but other than that, it was a great day for the Niners.
And Brock Purdy, 2 touchdown passes. You know, he is the first rookie to start against Tom Brady and defeat Tom Brady, so that's pretty great accomplishment there. Ayuk there on a 30-yard touchdown. He ran for 1, he threw for 2, 35-7, just a good old-fashioned butt whipping. 49ers laid on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions. That most ridiculous throw right there to Jerick McKinnon. That's a highlight reel, 56-yard touchdown. A no-look toss. He does it all the time. We're not surprised by it. And there it is, 13-0. But back comes Seattle. Back comes Denver. Then on 3rd and 11, Russell Wilson goes down hard after a 14-yard run. He leaves the game and has in concussion protocol. Kansas City, though, hangs on 34-28 over the Denver Broncos. Eagles earlier at the Giants. Jalen Hurts, right now probably the front runner for MVP in the league. We'll see. A.J. Brown, where are you? Here I am, wide open. Left side down, fake corner, over to the post, kept going all the way, 33-yard touchdown, 21-0, and the route is on. And then Hurts, straight up the middle, 10-yard touchdown. Quarterback draw, make it look like a run. That's his 10th rushing touchdown of the season, 48-22. The Eagles all over Michael's New York Giants. Oh, boy. What a football game. Jeff Driscoll rolling to the right. Amari Rodgers goes up high, makes a great catch, 28-yard touchdown. And Houston is up 17-14 on the road at Dallas. Then, with under a minute left in the game, 3rd and goal, Ezekiel Elliott in from 2 yards out, and the Cowboys avoided an embarrassing loss. 27-23, though. Dallas on top of Houston. Lions, Jared Goff, 3 touchdown passes onto the almost 400-yard gorgeous throw to DJ Chark. 48-yard touchdown. The Lions, 34. Minnesota, 23. Remember, Minnesota came into this game 10-2. They are now 10-3. Buffalo hosting the Jets. The Jets are at Buffalo. Yeah, that's what I said. Allen takes the handoff, keeps it, 5-yard touchdown. There it is. Bills win, a close one, 20-12 over the New York Jets. Cleveland at the Cincinnati Bengals. Great quarterback Joe Burrow out of LSU under ball handling. Then throw it back to the quarterback. In the NFL, they call that our college football, our high school football. It's a flea flicker. Brenton Irvin there, 45-yard touchdown reception, 23-10, Cincinnati on top of Cleveland. All right, Kenny Pickett's quarterback for the Steelers out of the game that went into concussion protocol. And then later Hundley in this game, that is actually J.K. Dobbins, as he takes it in for a touchdown. Hundley had to leave. Also, he went into concussion protocol. The Ravens on the road in Pittsburgh, 16-14. And then finally, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, second-year quarterback, out. Benson, beautiful throw right there. Evan Ingram, over 100 yards in reception, 21-yard touchdown. His second touchdown receiving on the day, 36-22. Jacksonville over Tennessee.
All right, our FedEx Player of the Day, well, who else? 49ers rookie quarterback Brock Purdy. Not only did he win his first NFL start, he beat Tom Brady while throwing for 2 touchdowns and running for another score. But the Niners blew out the Bucs for their 6th straight win. They hold on to first place in the NFC West, and Brock Purdy is our FedEx Player of the Day. And we'll take a look at the playoff picture right now, starting over in the AFC. Well, not a lot changed today based on the results. Everything stays the same there, but right now, it's crazy at the bottom of the NFC picture. Your wild cards, the Cowboys, Commanders move into prime spot, and so do the Giants. That's because Seattle lost. And you take a look at the schedule going to next week. Dallas clinches the playoff berth simply by beating Jacksonville because they survived today. But also, Jimmy, you take a look at the Philadelphia Eagles. They get better week after week. They're the number one seed if they win their next two games, which are against the Giants and the Cowboys on Christmas Eve here on Fox.
Yeah, the thing that everybody wants to talk about when you talk about Philadelphia is how consistent they are in every phase of the game. Offensively, Jalen Hurts can run the RPOs, to perfection. He can throw the football. They run the football, for over 200 yards a game. They throw for 200 or 300 yards a game. They got great receivers. But the thing that impresses me, a lot of times your offense is not going to carry you throughout the season. And a lot of times the offense is going to be off a little bit. The quarterback's going to be off. That defense has been consistent week after week, and they've shored up the run defense by bringing in a couple of players. Now they get a couple of players off of IR. They get Dallas Goedert back. They're going to get Quinn back here in a couple of weeks. So this team's getting better as the year goes on.
And you talk about consistency, how consistent the Eagles are. The team I picked to win today, Minnesota Vikings, is just the opposite. And you wonder, who are they? Like, what team is going to show up? And I know they're number 2 seed right now in the NFC, but it's like, how far do they go? When you have a quarterback at 31 for 41, 426 yards, and 2 TDs, should they have won that game? You listen to those stats, people. Yeah. When you have a receiver who has 11 receptions for 223 yards, there's no way you think that team would lose.
What did they rush for, though?
23 yards on 17.
That's all right.
22, actually, because somebody lost 1 yard. But that's the thing, the inconsistency of this team. The put-away teams that they should beat or you feel they should beat. And I know it's a tough, divisional game, but those are the games you need to rise up for, and they just haven't done it in Minnesota.
Yeah, who are the teams you trust? Really right now. San Francisco, certainly defense, and Purdy's come in, and that was a huge question mark, but we'll get into that later. But Philadelphia's a team you could trust. San Francisco's a team you could trust. Dallas, and then it's kind of questionable.
You trust Dallas?
Yeah, right now I do. It seems like, we talked about it earlier, it seems like when Dallas plays a good team, they play well. When Dallas plays an average team, they play down to the opponent. And that's kind of the knock on Dallas.
I would like to see Prescott not throw picks.
Yeah.
I mean, for them to be a very good football team,
I'll be honest with you,
eliminate turnovers.
Dallas has always done this.
Yeah.
Prescott is playing just how we saw Romo play. Only last quarterback they had that didn't play like that was Troy Aikman. Since then, they haven't had anybody who has played any different.
You find out for our viewers out there that aren't Lion believers, when they're at home, you better bet on them because they are amazing when you come to their house. They don't lose.
Yeah.
They're just a game out of a playoff spot right now after winning 5 of the last 6. After starting the season 1-6, no team has ever started 1-6 and then made the postseason. So they got a shot at doing that. When we continue here on the OT, we'll talk about those 49ers and Brock Purdy. What a day he had. He'll speak with Aaron Andrews, and we'll get inside some of the winning locker rooms, including Nick Sirianni's Philadelphia Eagles, who became the first team to clinch a playoff spot in the NFL.
The holidays were